All right. Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Valerie Priester, the master business mindset coach for female life coaches, helping you go from overwhelmed to profits in your coaching business. And it is time for Business by Design. So today I want to talk to you about 5 ways to get unstuck. Get unstuck. How many of you can raise your hand and say, you know what? I have dealt with that before, or maybe I'm dealing with that now, and I really understand what it feels like to be stuck and feeling like, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go. I was on a discovery call this morning and talking to a potential client, and she was saying that she just feels absolutely stuck, like starting a new business, not sure how to market herself, how to get her name out there, not sure who her ideal client is, even not really sure of all of the things that she wants to coach on and wants to teach, and all of those pieces. And let's be real, there's so many things that we have to consider when we're talking about operating our business, right? There's so many pieces. There's pieces of the puzzle sometimes that we don't even realize was a valuable piece or a very critical piece that we need in order to reach a certain level of success or even reach our goal, right? And so a lot of times we get stuck on what should I do, right? Where should I start? Where should I go from here? If you've already started, I mean, I've been in business for 13 years now. I've been coaching for 13 years, and there's still days that I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what to do next, right? Feeling like I don't know what to do next and feeling absolutely stuck and in a rut. So I want to share with you 5 simple things that you can do to get unstuck. Now, number 1, this particular tip that you can use to get unstuck, it happens because we're not sure what we want, right? So number 1 is get clear about your vision and what you want for your business. I talked about this, I think, a couple of days ago when I popped in and did a little live, and I was saying how there's 2 reasons why we don't really have what we desire. And it's because number 1, we don't know what we want, right? Number 2 is that we don't believe we can have it. And so to get unstuck, you've got to step back and if you will, refocus and get super clear on what it is that you want. What is the vision for your business? How do you want your business to look? Because I think a lot of times we just jump in and we start doing things and we get in action, but we're not clear on the direction that we're going. We're not clear on the outcome that we desire. We're not clear on too many things. And when you're not clear, you just end up doing a lot of things. You end up spinning your wheels. You end up, just doing things because you see other people doing things, following shiny objects, right? Following guru coaches, following different people that you think are successful and they may not be, but because you're not clear on what you want, you will follow any path. And believe me, any path will lead you to any destination. And if that's not really what you want, you've got to step back and get super clear on your vision for your business. What do you want your business to look like, right? This is why I am like a firm believer in doing away with all cookie cutter ways of creating, building, operating a coaching business, because I don't feel like any business should necessarily be cookie cutter. Right now, maybe if you got a franchise, right? If you get a McDonald's franchise, you got to make the fries the same way in all McDonald's, right? But if you are a entrepreneur and you like own your business and is not franchised, right? Any of that, and this is your business, I feel like your business should be the way that you want it to be. I just believe that if you create what you want, as opposed to what you see that someone else has, and you think that that's what you should do, or maybe you've been told, because I've been told a lot of times by other coaches that I've had in the past that, oh, you should do this, right? I remember, I think it was my second business coach, and don't get me wrong, I have learned from every coach that I've had, every one of them. Now, whether I reached a certain level of success that I was hoping to reach with all of them, that may not have been true with all of them, but I learned something from every single coach that I have ever had. So I never knock another coach, right? So my second business coach, I remember her saying, she was trying to help me get clear on like, who is my ideal client? Who do I want to serve, right? And what do I want to coach on? And I remember her constantly trying to push me towards time management and productivity, right? Those type things, because my background is a project manager. And while I have that skill set, and while I can teach other people, how to manage their time so that you are not in chaos or overwhelmed, that's not the direction I wanted my business to go in. That's not what I wanted to teach on. That's not what I wanted to coach on. Why? Because it didn't make my heart sing. It really wasn't what I wanted to do. But her point was, well, this could be very lucrative. It could be, it's a thing, the top thing that people will spend money on. Well, that's great. But if it doesn't make my heart sing, and I'm not in this thing just for the money, then that's not going to help me, right? Because I know that if I had followed that path, I probably would have given up years ago. I probably would have quit and given up years ago, because nothing about time management and productivity excites me, lights my fire, right? Nothing about it. Now, let me say this. I do teach you how to do that while working with me, right? In my program, I teach you how to make sure that you are managing your time wisely, to make sure that you are being able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish without going into overwhelm, which is why my program is From Overwhelm to Profits, right? But I keep you out of overwhelm, but that's not the main thing that I wanted to teach. So if you don't have a clear vision of what you want from your business, that's probably one of the reasons you're stuck, right? So take a step back. If you need to, take a couple of days, clear your head and say, okay, what do I want out of this business? What's my vision, right? And start over again. Number two, get some goals, right? Set some goals to help move you forward. This is another huge area that a lot of people just overlook. And I know, if you've been in corporate America, even if you've been in school for a long time, we kind of got away from, I want to set goals. People don't really like goals, right? They have desires, but they don't set goals. But let me say this, a desire is not a goal, right? A desire is just the thing that you want. But the goal is, how are you going to achieve that desire? So set some goals to help you move in the right direction. Now that ties back into getting a clear vision on what you want from your business, right? When you have a clear vision, then you can set the goals in order to achieve that vision, right? Number three, make a plan of action and take small steps each day to accomplish those goals. So I hope you can see how all of these tie in together. You can't have one without the other. You can't just, arbitrarily set goals, but you have no vision. You don't know where you're going. So what is the goal for? Right? And you've heard me say over and over again, a goal is not just, I want to make a lot of money. That's not a goal. That's not a goal, right? How much money do you want to make? How many clients do you want to work with? What type of clients do you want to work with? Set goals that are specific, right? That you can measure, that you can monitor, that you can focus on. Set specific goals, all right? Number four, this is a real good one, a real important one too. Find a support group or mentor, right, who can help you stay on track. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen people just struggle over and over and over again. They've been on discovery calls with me maybe 2 or 3 times, and 2 years later, they're in the same position. 3 years later, they're in the same position, right? Why? Because you have no accountability. You have no accountability. And if we don't have accountability, we just hide. We hide out and we don't do the things that we know will move us forward in our business. We don't do the things that we know will move us forward in our life. So accountability is important. Mentorship, coaching is important. I believe in that because that's who I am, right? For me to be a coach and not have a coach or not have a mentor, to me, that's totally out of integrity. Totally out of integrity. Because how can I ask you to allow me to help you, but I won't allow someone else to help me, right? I'm gonna get off that soapbox. But you need to get a supportive group or mentor to help you reach the next level and stay the course so that you can accomplish your goals, all right? And get unstuck. I mean, that's the best thing that you can have too, is a coach to help you get unstuck. Because that's someone that you can talk to and, just kind of brainstorm and hash it out. Like I just had a session this morning with one of my clients, and we were hashing out and brainstorming, why she was feeling a certain way, really like feeling like giving up, feeling like quitting, right? We've all been there. I raised my hand to that too. And so having a conversation with her and having her talk it out, and then understanding where the overwhelm was coming from and where the feeling of overwhelm was coming from, and then working out a plan so that you can move beyond that. I mean, by the time the call ended, she was on cloud nine. Why? Because there's someone there that can help you get clear on your goals and then stay the course and get focused on what you really need to do. And more importantly, get you in action. In action. Last one is this: celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Celebrate your successes. Oftentimes, we just go from one success to the next. We don't take the time to stop and realize, oh my goodness, I created, 6 figures this year, or I, enrolled 12 new clients in the past month, right? We don't take the time to stop and really celebrate our successes. We just move from one to the other. And then what happens when we don't take the time to celebrate it is our focus is always on what's not working and what's not going well, right? Oh, I didn't get anybody to sign up for the challenge. I didn't get anybody to sign up for the workshop. I didn't get anyone, to sign up for my program. I didn't get anyone on my live, right? We focus on all those things instead of focusing on the things that we are successful at and really celebrating that, right? If you were to just show up consistently for 30 days, that's a success. That's something to celebrate, right? If you were to commit to training or teaching or doing something, a workshop, webinar, masterclass, or something, and you actually did it, regardless of how many people showed up, that's a success. And so take some time to celebrate your successes, no matter how small they are. Take some time to celebrate them. All right? That's the 5 things. I'm gonna go back over them real quick. Get a clear vision about your business and what you want from your business. Okay? Set some goals. Make sure that you have some goals that will help move you in the right direction. Number 4, make a plan of action so that you can achieve those goals. Number 5, find a support group or a mentor or coach to help you stay the course and get focused and get into action. And then number 6, celebrate your successes no matter how, number 5, celebrate your successes no matter how small they are, okay? 5 things to help you get unstuck. Because there's no need or reason for you to remain stuck anywhere, really. Most of the time, you will realize that you have every single thing that you need. Everything. You have every answer you need from within you. You have every tool that you need. You have every strategy that you need. You have every single thing that you need. What you're missing is the confidence to keep going. That's what you're missing more than anything else. And let me say this, the best way to also get unstuck is to get in action. Because if you're in action, you don't have time to think about being stuck. You don't have time to think about, I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I'm not smart enough for this. You don't have time for any of that because you're in action. So the best way to get unstuck and get out of the rut, get in action. All right? That's our Business by Design for the day. I'm super hyped today. I am so excited about what's coming down the pipe, right? Because some amazing things are getting ready to happen in my business as well as in yours. Right? And if I can pass this energy on to you, if I can get you excited about what's happening for you, oh my goodness, there's no telling what you can create. There's no telling what you can manifest. I just have this feeling inside of me right now that there are some amazing things that's getting ready to happen for some of you. It really is. It really is. And all you have to do is step in. All you have to do is get excited about it too. Don't even think about the how. Don't even think about the what. Don't think about when it's going to come. Don't think about any of that. Just get excited with me that some amazing stuff is getting ready to happen for you. Some amazing things is getting ready to happen in your business, right? I was just talking to my daughter earlier today, right? And we were talking about something we were talking about, but it wasn't going quite the way that she wanted it to go. And here's, again, I want you to focus on what you want. And, oh, I know what it was. I saw a post about something and I thought she had secured a new client. And she was like, oh, no, not yet. She was posting that for something else. And I was like, okay, well, I got excited for you because I know that a new client is there, right? And she was like, yeah, but she wasn't. I was like, okay, that's okay, but get excited with me anyway. Just get excited with me for the new client before she shows up, right? Because that's faith. That's what real faith is. You talk about, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I know God has great things for me. But where we fail the most is we don't activate our own faith. And faith is unseen. It is not the thing that you can see. It is not the client that is on your books right now, right? It is not the 10 clients that's on your book right now. It's not the 50 or 100 registrants to your webinar or to your masterclass, right? That's not faith. If they're already there, you don't need faith for that. You need faith for the unseen. You need faith for what you have a belief and a desire that is going to come and an expectation that is going to come. That's what you need faith for. That's what faith is, right? So get excited with me because some amazing stuff getting ready to happen for y'all. I promise you. I promise you. All right, that's it. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Have an amazing weekend, and we will see you next week for will I be here next week? I will be here next week for another Business by Design. And remember, you can get help with getting out of the rut, getting unstuck, right? All of those pieces. You can get help. Schedule your 90-minute strategy session with me. And let's really get real about where you're stuck, right? What you need to move forward, and then create the plan that you need to move forward. Because remember, as I said, if you don't have a plan, then you really don't know where you're going, right? So let's create a plan that gives you clear directions on where you're going and what you desire, the outcome. Let's create the plan to get you there. All right, schedule your 90-minute session. We can do that in 90 minutes, I promise. I promise. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to leave the link below. Have an amazing weekend. And remember, designing your victory is a choice. And you get to start today. Get excited about it and start today. We'll see you next week. Bye.